Intended couple, those who are already in marriage, and those trusting God for marriage. I will encourage you to pay attention within the few minutes I'm going to spend here. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. Reading from the King James Version. The Bible says, where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 22. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 22, the King James Version. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established. If you want to have safety or success in marriage, you need good counsel. Again, if you want to have safety or success in marriage, you need good counsel. And if you want to be established in marriage, you need good counsel. I have discovered that lack of good counsel, or the lack of the application of sin, is one of the reasons for marriage failure. Now, the following are some good marriage counsels for both the married and those about to marry. Please, the intended couple, pay attention. Number one, love your spouse enough to perform your marital duties. Love your spouse enough to perform your marital duties. Ephesians chapter 5, verses 24 to 26 speaks of this marital duties. The Bible says, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy. He gave himself up for her. He made a sacrifice for her. And the reason is to transform my life. Transform the church. Change the church. And make the church holy. In other words, the church was dirty. Those that makes up the church were dirty. They were in sin. They were counted for death. They were miserable. But Jesus sacrificially laid down his life to fix the mess, to change and transform his people, clean them up, and make them holy and glorious. The Bible says it is the duty of the man to lay down his life like that. Make whatever sacrifice required to take care of the wife in such a way. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, the lady's own family and people marvel at the transformation they will see in the life of their husband. So while it is the duty of the wife to submit, it is the duty of the husband to sacrificially take care. Now, to submit to your husband means to willingly do what he wants of you, even though you may not like it. That is submission. Submitting to your husband is not doing what your husband asks you to do that you like. Submitting to your husband is doing what he asks you to do, what he requires of you, even though what he's asking of you is something you do not like. Of course, it is required of the husband to give you instructions, expect things of you that agree with God's will. Because both husband and wife are supposed to submit to the will of God and be guided by God's will. And when a husband requires